Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Playdate podcast.
That was so hot.
You didn't have to drink it, so.
Okay, we're fine.
We're drinking some stuff.
Yes. What are you drinking?
Oh, right now I'm drinking...
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I'm drinking carbonated coffee.
And I am drinking...
Infamous... No. It's infamous for the Playdate.
It's true. I feel like we're so eager to talk because we haven't done this in a little bit. We're excited.
Been a week, but it's so bitter, this coffee that I made.
You should put some maple syrup in it.
Yeah, it's pretty intense right now.
And I am drinking green tea with honey.
What's our intro? The podcast where...
I know, we gotta do it.
Oh, I just started it. Here, you do the second part.
This is yours.
Thanks.
This is mine.
I started. Now you do the second part.
The podcast where each episode we discover a new song made and sent in by a complete stranger.
I'm Slow Magic. I'm an anonymous masked electronic musician.
And I'm Dream Angel, creative director, and I make pretty things.
Welcome to the episode.
Episode number 4.
Here we are. So this, like we said, is our episode. And like we also said, I'm drinking carbonated coffee.
And I'm drinking green tea with honey.
It's a little too bitter. I need to add some more carbonated water.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone out there's tried carbonated coffee yet. I just do one part carbonated water, one part cold brew or coffee.
No ice?
Usually we don't have ice, so I mean you could do ice or not. Let us know.
I feel
what
like
you
this
think.
is going really fuzzy.
I
thought it was going to overflow.
I like how fuzzy it is. It's kind of like a root beer.
This week's intro song remix is a beautiful piano rendition by Neat.
This was such a pretty piano piece, and I love what he did. I know that Neat is super good piano player as well as a great electronic producer. Definitely check his stuff out. We'll have links in the notes. But we talked to him about a couple of questions, and why don't we let him take it away?
Hey, what's going on, Playmakers? It's your boy Nito coming at you today. Playdate Podcast, Slow Magic, and Dream Angel. Thanks for having me on board. They asked me a couple questions. I'm about to answer them. Starting with, what's something I've been into lately? That would have to be Pokemon Sword. Pokemon Sword, almost done my Pokedex. I'm excited for expansion. Pokemon Home just came out. Crazy stuff going on there. So that's something that I've been into lately. Just saying. Second off, what's the song you think everyone should go listen to? Well, let me tell you, Dad's Computer, Cute, on SoundCloud, Spotify, all that good stuff. Dad's Computer, one of my favorite artists right now. Actually, I would argue that he is my favorite producer right now at this moment. Please check him out. Dad's Computer, Cute. And that's it. Thanks once again for having me on board. Playdate Podcast. It's your boy Nito. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. See ya.
Thanks so much for being on. Also, if you want to look up Neat's stuff, it's spelled Neet. He uses some interesting E's. I don't know how to say that on
I don't either.
audio. But yeah, he also did a remix of Wildfire that won the contest. It was by far the best. So he's sick. Thanks for being on here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we have decided on a name for our listeners, and it was sent in to us by Brew Ha 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 Ha.
Thanks so much. So let's say it on 3. You guys are the 1, 2, 3 Play Pals.
I forgot what it was for a sec.
It's great. I think it's perfect. It explains what you all are. And
yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so thank you for sending that in. I like that it was created not by me, and because I would have definitely gone with players.
Yeah, it's good. I think now that we have a name, we can take action.
True. Which sort of action? Which sort of action?
The action would be listening to new music and spreading it like crazy.
Because that is what our podcast is.
And that's what you guys are for.
Awesome.
Play pals. So yeah, we actually just got back from playing a show. It was a couple days ago, but we're like, I feel like I'm exhausted from it.
Me too.
So we have our notes here in front of us. I feel like we're both just like chilling right now.
Yeah, it's a stressful time in the world, so we're just trying to take it easy.
That's true. We've been prepping for being stuck in our house and stuff.
Potentially. I mean, not like crazily. We're just been like...
Yeah, the coronavirus is a thing, and we're just making sure we're ready and not going to spread it to other people.
Yeah, that's important.
How do you guys all feel out there?
Are you nervous like we are? I mean, we're not overly nervous. We're just like want to be prepared.
Yeah, we're not trying to panic, but we're also trying to be aware. It's kind of a hard balance these days.
Because, like, can we be real with you? Like, if something were to happen and we were quarantined before this, I don't think we would have had anything in our apartment. Like, we would have run out of food first.
Yeah, we don't stock up on food at all.
Like, we had nothing. Like, I don't know. So, beyond just the, like, possibility of something happening now, I feel like we're prepared for just any, like, a power outage or anything, so.
But yeah, we've also read some things that put it into perspective that don't make it as scary. So, I mean, I think it's all about being aware but not freaking out.
Yeah, can I tell you some positives that I found? Okay. Some positives of this that I have found are, well, one, we've been more prepared and knowing how to be prepared. Two, I'm learning all about, like, how to prevent things from spreading. Like, I actually had the swine flu. And I feel like the year after that, I definitely caught the flu again. Not the swine flu, but the flu. And if I just know not to touch your face or wash your hands. No, I feel like I'm pretty good at washing my hands, but I touch my face all the time. And I lived in...
Same here.
Yeah. Maybe I wasn't sleeping, but...
You lived in New York.
I lived in New York City, and that's just like a
lot of people there.
Yeah. So I feel like it's good to know that sort of thing. Another positive thing is that I think it's probably going to encourage people to smoke less or not smoke at all.
True.
Because smokers are more at risk. And my third thing is that the world's carbon footprint has gotten smaller because of just like traveling less and making less things, and people are just inside their houses. So I guess that's good.
Yeah, it's a bright side.
Kind of a dark bright side,
but also just like drinking less, eating less sugar. These are things that can help your immune system immediately. Like that's a positive if people are doing that.
It's true. All I feel like I really want to say about it is that we should all just do our parts to not spread anything and realize that not only are we protecting ourselves, we're protecting others by doing things like washing your hands and not touching your face.
True. Like stay safe, be aware, cautious, but don't panic. Just be
prepared, which is like something that I feel like is kind of anxiety provoking, but it's honestly true if you really think about it. Being prepared is just so like, just, you know, have some dry food and stuff.
Worst case, you'll have extra food to eat and, you know, gloves that you might use. But yeah, so...
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast. We listen to your songs, and if you want to submit your song, we will listen to it. And to submit, you go to slowmagic.cool/podcast.
Is that a weird transition?
There's no other way to transition.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how. But yeah, so we just did drive to Colorado, and we drove for a long time, and we listened to all the songs that we had left to listen to.
True.
But we want more. We want everyone listening to send a song, send your grandma's song, go start a band, whatever you want to do, just send us your song, and we're really excited to listen to them. It's been so much fun.
It has been so much fun.
There's like so many things to listen to in there, like so many different genres, which we're so super excited about. It's not just electronic.
And whenever we get a different genre, we're like super excited by it. But also by electronic too. It's all exciting. It's honestly all very exciting.
Yeah, obviously we like electronic music, but it's fun to hear everything. You can be a band, you can be... And I also want to say, like, it can be self-released or independently released song. We're just looking for stuff that's not out on a label. or something that'll get our podcast like taken off the internet.
True.
If like the robots hear it.
Honestly, I feel like this is like kind of a dumb statement, but I'm always surprised when people send us a song that isn't electronic music.
Why?
I don't know. I just assume everybody we know makes electronic music. So when you hear another type of music, it's very exciting.
Yeah, well, we opened it up for all genres and all people that like my music or us don't have to be electronic
I know,
fans, but yeah.
I just assume, which is wrong.
That's true. I guess we're really used to the world of electronics, like video games, electronic video games.
Yeah, like TVs and
EDM.
TVs.
But anyway, how are you doing this week besides all the things we already talked about?
I'm doing well. I'm a little exhausted, like we talked about, but other than that, I'm doing well. It's kind of hard to get back on track after you come back from a trip or something. Like, I feel like I have no idea what I'm supposed to do or like how to be a human.
True. We drove a lot and then had like some catch up time, and now it's the weekend again, and we're also moving soon.
Yeah, and that's very overwhelming.
There's a lot to do when you're moving, and we're still a couple months out, but I feel like we're trying to get ahead of it, and
we're like a month and a half out.
Oh, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing like the same. I feel like we did a lot the past few days.
True, and even when we got back, we went through a whole box of cables.
Yeah, we did yesterday. We went through so many cables.
What would you say was the most common cable that you had?
USB.
I think you had like a ton of audio cables, like aux cables.
Oh, like headphones? Yeah.
And audio cables.
I feel like if you're a producer out there, you know what it's like to have like or any musician, just like a random Tupperware full of
unless you're organized.
Tangled cables. I mean, I think that a majority of the listeners probably have at least had a bunch of tangled cables at one point.
It's like anxiety. Oh, and if you throw drumsticks into the box with cables, it's just a disaster. So if you play drums and you also have a box full of cables, don't put your drumsticks into that box of cables because it's kind of like a disaster.
But if you don't have that problem, please let me know.
Yeah, how
to deal with it. But it's been good, and I'm stoked for this week, which I guess this is coming out on Monday, so I'm stoked to see what this week has in store.
Me too. But now I think it's a good time where we plug something.
Okay, like, do you need me to plug your phone in to charge over here?
No, but...
Oh, you mean like a plug, like a personal advertisement?
Yes.
Nice. Well, I have something. This month, on the 21st, I'm playing a show in San Francisco, California, with San Holo and Manila Killa at Bill Graham's Civic Auditorium. Is that the name of the venue? Bill Graham's is the place. You know what's up if you live in SF. Bill Graham. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm so stoked. Been working on new stuff, working on new songs for that, and a little bit of other things that you might see pretty soon if you keep your eyes peeled.
I don't like that expression. I think it's creepy.
It reminds me of like Halloween grapes.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Like peeled grapes on Halloween, they're supposed to be eyeballs.
I've never even seen those. I've never seen those IRL.
I've seen pictures too, but that's about it. But yeah, please go to the show if you live anywhere near there, because yeah, it's going to be such a fun lineup with those two and I. And actually, Rome Silver is playing too.
Those two and me.
And me, and also Rome in Silver, not Rome Silver. I knew I had something off there, and two things. But yeah, so it's going to be sick. Please buy tickets now.
And the link is on your website.
Yep, link on website.
Cool.
It's on every website. So I feel like I haven't been learning enough recently. Like I just haven't been like reading or... Do you have anything that you could teach me?
I do have things I can teach you. I've got 4 things.
Like a fun fact?
Yes, just like a fun fact.
Nice.
Do you know what time it is?
Fun fact time.
Yes. So welcome to Mariel's Fun Fact Corner, where each week I deliver you fun facts that I found on the internet.
Nice.
That sounded so friendly, didn't it?
Yeah.
Let us start off with our first fact. And 3 out of my 4 facts this week are video game related.
computer games.
I just read the word computers, but no, there are.
I like that because that's what
Yeah,
that's what Message to Bears called video games last week.
it's what we now call video games on our podcast.
Awesome.
So, the first one is that Nintendo has been around for a long time, like even before computers, which is why I said the word computer games. They were founded in 1889 as a playing card company, and still to this day, they manufacture playing cards and even have a bridge tournament called the Nintendo Cup.
Would you be surprised if I knew that?
No. In fact, I assumed you did.
Awesome.
Why'd you pull out your phone?
I'm looking up a fact that I think would be cool.
Well, you can wait till the end of my...
I'm listening.
You're not listening. He's not listening. He's on his phone. Put your phone down.
What's the next one?
Okay. This one you might know as well. This one is about PlayStation 1.
Ooh, PS1.
Yes. So, 2 PlayStation 1 games, FIFA 2001 and Gran Turismo 2, had scratch and sniff discs. FIFA 2001 smelled like a soccer field, while Gran Turismo smelled like car tires.
So they were encouraging you to scratch the CDs, the bottom or the top?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even...
I bet
it was the top. I'm going to assume safely it was the top.
But I feel like scratching and CDs don't go together.
Right? And then when I Googled it just to make sure it checked out, like a bunch of people were like, hey, remember when you could like scratch the whatever?
That's funny because I mentioned the PlayStation discs the other episode in the black disc last week.
True.
Now you're bringing facts.
My last video game related fact is that this one's about the original Xbox.
Sick.
Apparently, on the original Xbox, did you have an original Xbox?
No, but my friend did.
There were like super creepy sounds that just would play on like the main screen or something.
Like the main menu?
Yeah. So if you just like left your Xbox on, you'd get these really creepy sounds.
Like scary sounds?
Yeah, people were like online. I was reading that it was like it sounded like people like communicating with the dead or something, like super weird. And
so wait, I want to play that right now. Here it is. Wow, that sounds straight up cursed.
yeah, so that was actually not just some random
Glitch.
generated, I don't know. It was a modified recording of Apollo mission conversations, which are publicly available to anybody who wants to listen to them.
Well, they sound like really like
Yeah, I don't know why.
fucked up.
Like,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they just like I guess would just scare people so much.
I was scared just like even the ominous just like droning sound, which is cool. Like if
It
you're
was
like
creepy.
up at night playing some Halo and then you turn off your Xbox, turn it back on, I would be freaked.
I'd be freaked out too.
I'm glad I was a Nintendo and Sony family.
Until you got your Xbox. Were you an Xbox?
Oh, I did have an Xbox 360 at one point. I mean, they had some good games like Skate, Left 4 Dead, Grand Theft Auto. I don't remember. It was
I
a
don't
good
really
system.
know anything about. You never talk about that in any of your childhood memories. Now that I think about it.
That was later. It
Fair
was
enough.
kind of like I guess I have to get an Xbox
Yeah, I guess you have to get an Xbox.
because I had friends playing it.
But this brings us to our last fact, which is not related to video games or what we were just talking about.
Dreamcast now? No.
No. But actually, I do have a Dreamcast one saved up in my memory. That was
What?
the first gaming system that could, like, had the capabilities, and I'm not sure if it actually was, because I got kind of bored reading about it, that you could play online games.
Totally.
Is that something that did happen? I don't even
Yes.
know. Oh, cool.
I mean, Dreamcast is near and dear to me. We actually have a pink Hello Kitty
one.
Dreamcast. It's amazing, but yeah, it had the first like online games. I mean, I'm not sure. Someone out there might tell us we're wrong, but
Yeah.
it was really early on the online gaming with like Phantasy Star Online.
Sure.
And we even have like a Hello Kitty internet disc that came with ours.
Oh, weird. You're right. Okay, so this brings us to our last fact. And that is about social media. A study has revealed that children who spend more time online social networks feel less happy in almost all aspects of their lives. So economists have found that spending just 1 hour a day on social networks reduces the probability of a child being completely happy with his or her life overall by around 14%.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that like crazy?
This is fun facts though.
I know, but like
That's more like a real fact.
But that's like a very interesting fact. Like I saw that and I was like, that's an interesting fact.
That's more like deep and true fact that is, I believe it. It sucks, but it's true.
But do you guys want to know something that could, maybe you're still a child, I don't know. Maybe not, but here's something that you can do to make your life better. A study done by, I think it was UPenn or another school in Pennsylvania, found that when they did a study where they made students reduce their phone usage or social media usage just to 30 minutes, they were happier in just 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
So
we should all use social media less, honestly.
Yeah, it's
just log on, like our podcast, like my posts. Subscribe on YouTube, but in that 30 minutes, do all that. Go to Slow Magic.
Comment,
like everything. But get off of there.
After you do all that.
After you do all that. No, but for real, I feel like social media is like something that we don't know everything about yet, and it's pretty new. And it's kind of scary, like, what it can do to affect your mental health. And, like, it really messes with my...
happiness?
Yeah, it does. It can be good, but it's good to connect with people and all that. But they're just... The social media platforms are designed in a way that... Everyone knows this, but they're designed to keep you on there and, like, pull the life out of you, really. I mean...
It's true. It's really true.
I feel like we talked about this a little bit in our interview today. But yeah.
That's true, we did. You're right.
So, let's see here. I really like those facts. I didn't like the last one because it sucks, but it's good to know and it's good to tell people these things.
It's true. And it's honestly just kind of interesting that, like, everybody's on social media and it's all making us unhappy.
But my favorite fact...
Oh, yeah, what's your favorite fact?
Honestly, the Xbox one.
That was a weird fact, right?
I didn't know that at all. It's really cool. I honestly knew the Nintendo thing. I didn't know for sure about the cars. But yeah, I was looking up a fact, right?
Oh yeah, what is your fact?
Well, I thought that I knew the meaning of Nintendo, and I couldn't find it. But if you're out there and you know, like, the meaning behind the word Nintendo...
Can you just log on to social media and let us know? Ask your parents first.
You don't have to go on the social media. Just email us or whatever. Go to our website. It's not social media.
Yeah, there's nothing social about it.
slowmagic.cool/podcast.
Cool.
Or no, sorry. slowmagic.cool/playdate. That's where you can, like, see our stuff. Do you want to know something I've been into this week?
I do want to know something you've been into.
Sorry about sniffling. I feel like I'm getting allergies again. Okay, I'm breathing. Okay, so good. This is something I've been into this week, and you probably have been into it too, I think. Unless you were just pretending. But what I've been into is this show on Netflix called Love is Blind.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we just finished, like, the whole season, I guess. It's a crazy show. It's, like, literally pretty crazy.
And honestly, Netflix is so good at editing their shows that I can just binge, like, they know how to binge watch, create this disaster where they'll end something like I don't know, they're just good at cutting things. Like, I feel like it didn't follow any sort of, like, normal format where there was, like, something that happens, and then it would be, like, the cliffhanger right before. Like, I feel like they would have really intense things happen in the middle, and then, I don't know, it's just new. I don't even know how to explain it.
No, they would, like, instead of the traditional reality TV show, like, cliffhanger at the end of the episode, they would just stop, like, the episode in the middle of an intense discussion, and then you have to keep watching, like,
but yeah, I need to know.
But beyond that, the premise of the show is, back to the beginning. I just bumped the table, so I said, whoa. But the beginning, the idea of the show is, like, these people... Basically, we didn't think we'd like the show until we watched it.
Wait, tell them, because I just realized we have not even said what it's about.
Yeah, it's about... That's what I'm doing. It's about people who, like, go into these little pods and have dates without seeing each other ever. They just talk to the wall. It sounds literally crazy, and it is. But, like, we just got so into the characters and also kind of, like, cringed a bit at, like, the whole thing. Like, they get proposed to each other before ever meeting.
Like, within 10 days' time or something?
There's just something nice about a nice reality show, and I feel like Netflix is doing it well. And, like, there's a lot of funny fights and, like, really just, like,
it's true.
Awkward, like, weird alcoholic love in there.
And honestly, the one thing I do think is weird is that they had all these other characters that they never followed up on. which is just kind of like, why would they include them, I guess?
Yeah, it was weird. They just like dropped a bunch of people without ever even saying anything about it.
Without introducing them.
It's a good show if you're into like if you're on the fence about Netflix as a reality show maker. I feel like honestly there've been some good shows lately, and that was a good one for sure.
The other one would be The Circle, and those are the only two we've seen. But...
That might be one of the things I'm into another week. We'll see.
Oh, true. We'll find out.
What is something you've been into this week?
Well, I've got a two-parter.
Okay.
But they're two very short ones.
Cool.
So my first one would be these new melatonin elderberry gummies from Ollie. Is that what it's called? The brand?
I'm going to just say they're from Target, even though they're not.
Well, the brand is Ollie, I think. And I just like that there's a combination of elderberry, which helps your immune system, and melatonin, because if you're like me and you have trouble sleeping, you might find that melatonin really helps you, as it helps me. I used to think it didn't help me, but it really helps. So that's one thing. And getting 8 hours of sleep, which is something I'm extremely foreign to.
Yeah, getting like sleep is so good for a lot of things in life, health and happiness.
It's true. And I'm pretty terrible at sleeping, I would say. So
Me too.
you are or I am?
I am. Well, I'm bad at going to bed.
Yeah,
Like,
we're both really bad at
But I
going
feel
to
like there's this misconception, and I feel like the music industry isn't good for it because they're always traveling and staying
Yeah,
up.
perpetuates it.
But I feel like there's this misconception that like if you work hard, stay up all night working, don't worry about sleep till you're dead. It's like that's really not how to be happy. There's a lot of science behind why that's messed up. And like
It's true. And one thing that when we're on tour, something that sometimes I tell myself to get through something is this is like terrible. I'm like, I'll sleep when I'm dead, which is awful.
Yeah.
It's so bad and it's so not true, but it's
well, I've
the
said
lie I
that
tell
too
myself.
a lot of times. That's such a thing that's ingrained in our society. Like success goes with not sleeping, but that's like stupid because successful people are healthy.
Sleep. Yeah, they sleep.
Well, some aren't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What's your other thing? Is
But I
that it?
just, yeah, that's one of them. The second one is this new hand sanitizing spray that we got at Whole Foods. That's this orange scent and it smells so good.
It smells great.
I don't quite, it's like,
It smells like orange peel to me.
yeah, it's really good. I don't know, but it smells like lighter than that. Like if you made a cartoon version of the scent of orange peel.
Yeah, it's not
If that makes
artificial,
any
but it
sense.
smells like
It just smells
candy.
really cute. Yeah, it smells nice. Oh, candy. It's like candy.
That's the cartoon version of something.
Yeah, I didn't know
Like
how
a
to
cartoon
like
watermelon is Sour Patch watermelon
Yeah.
candy. That's awesome. I have another small thing.
Okay, I have a fact after that related to candy.
Another fact. Okay, well, my small thing that I've been into this week, well, today, is the new Lil Uzi Vert song.
Oh, true. That's a good song.
It's I Want It That Way. It's like Backstreet Boys. It's so good. I might just play a little bit right here, even if it gets copyrighted or whatever.
True.
It's just like the best song I've heard in a while.
It's really good.
What's your fact about candy?
Wait, quickly, the other song that I like is that one, the Travis Barker, Blink 182. I don't remember. With
Well, it's Goody Grace featuring Blink 182.
Yeah, I like that song.
It's a guilty pleasure.
It's a very guilty pleasure, but I like it. But that's not my fun fact. My fun fact.
It's called Scumbag.
Oh, I don't like that name.
Well, I'm just letting people know.
Okay, well, just pretend it's called something prettier, like
And Goody,
Flowers.
if you're listening, Goody, what's up? He knows. He's a listener, I think.
Sure. I agree. Okay, my fun fact though is that you know when you you taste something that's banana flavored.
Yeah, like a runt or a Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, you know the two things that you probably never eat because why would you?
Ew, yeah.
So the reason that flavor, like you eat it and you're like, what is this? Even though you know it's banana, is because it was created to emulate a banana that we no longer eat, like a type of banana or like a flavor of banana.
Like an outdated or
Yeah.
like extinct banana.
I don't know if it's
species.
extinct. It's just like one that they don't really sell in stores. It was like replaced by,
Better bananas.
yeah, like bananas that don't taste like whatever that's supposed to taste like.
Is that the same case for cherry medicine?
No,
Because
that's
that
just
is gross.
Or grape. Are you a grape person?
I'd rather have grape than cherry.
Really?
Oh,
me
yeah.
too. Actually, me too. Straight up. I don't even know. I'm
I mean,
surprised.
grape can be weird, but
Would you rather have Hawaiian punch flavor, a cherry, or banana?
I'd rather take none of those. But I'd take banana out of those. Hawaiian Punch is trash.
Yeah, why is it tastes like cleaning product every time? Or that weird lemon. Gross.
I don't think they're drinking that punch in Hawaii. I just don't feel like they are.
I feel like they just like were making a flavor and they're like, I think
It
this
tastes
like
everything.
it. And one person's like, I don't think this tastes very good. And they're like, no, it's fine.
No, it's a Hawaiian thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
It's a true American flavor.
Yeah, I guess.
But this week, we listened to an amazing song by Brackets, and the song is called
Mouse Pat.
And we are going to play it now and then play our interview.
Sounds good.
Here it is.
I'm Brackets. I'm from California and Chicago, just intermittently. I'm 21 and I'm a music producer and I make songs that you hopefully like.
So, when you say from both, were you born in between?
I was born in California, but then when I was about 13, I moved to Chicago.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and I'm currently actually back in California, but I connected with Chicago so much that like I consider it really my home because I don't resonate with California much, but like Chicago has been somewhere that I've always felt very connected to and stuff.
So, let's start off with our first question, which would be, well, first of all, we love your song.
Yeah, we
Oh
really
my God,
love your
thank you.
song.
It's amazing. It was one song that really stood out to us. Like, I think you sent it pretty early. So, yeah, we've been listening to that a lot.
It's really cool and just got like a very cool
Oh,
feeling.
thank you very much. I sent it. The version that you guys have is like an unfinished version, so like hearing that especially like means a lot just because like it's pretty much done. I just haven't done mixing and mastering, but like to hear you guys be like, "This is great" before it's even like 100% finished is very nice.
Could I ask you, what is the first thing you do when you start working on a song?
So,
Or what do you usually start with?
Particularly this
yeah,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this
so
one.
for this song, usually I start on chords, um, just because I resonate with those a lot, and I found that that's the easiest thing for me to really get a sense of, just because you have the whole key in there, and it gives you a lot of melodic direction to work towards and rhythmic direction.
Mhm.
But with this song, I mean, I started with the chords, but then that arp that you hear in the beginning, the dun 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 type.
Yeah.
I wrote the chords and then I had it on an arpeggiator, and then I basically just like took the speed and like with a calculator kind of like did math division to figure out like the weird timing blips. But mostly it was still chords for this song too.
So I'm really into the vocals here, and I was just gonna ask, like, if you could let us know more about
Oh
those.
yeah. So actually, it's hold on. Let me open up the session right now. But the vocals are
Cool.
not actually mine. They're from a sample pack, which I'm like. I get why people don't like people using sample packs, but also for me, I think they can be a big source of inspiration as long as you're not using it as the entire source of your ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm like a huge fan of like splice and different sampling things, so I feel like
I think sample packs are cool.
yeah, it's definitely like inspiration almost, and it
Yeah.
definitely I didn't stand out to me as like a sample, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you. Like, and anytime on because this is a song off of the new album I'm working on, and like
Nice.
there's at least one sample in each song, I would say. Like, obviously, like I don't know, there might be one or two songs that don't have samples, but there is one in each song, and it's like when I was working on the songs, I tried really hard to make sure that the samples weren't things that were main focuses or things that would really stand out just because like I wanted to use the samples for effect, but I didn't want it to feel like I was just using a sample to carry the song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it fits in well. And it doesn't like stand out as like it's taking over the song. But yeah, I was curious because I felt like they fit really well in there. I didn't know if it was your
Thank you.
voice or that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually so something that kind of relates to like the narrative of the song, because I had like an idea when I wrote it, um, was like a lot of the songs supposed to be kind of like how you feel when you're having a fight with somebody you love. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
cool.
And so that's where a lot of those vocal samples came from, where it's like she said focus, like, and things like that, where it's just like when you're talking to somebody and you're in a fight and it's just like, please listen to what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, it's got that emotion.
Yeah, it's very
Thank you.
relatable emotion that's like kind of heavy, but it's also like got some beautiful vibe. Like I guess that's the love part. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no, totally. It's like when you're fighting with somebody you love, like you can be angry, but you're also like you're passionate just because you care so much, and this
yeah,
means so much to you. And I was trying to kind of capture that feeling, I guess, in the song.
Was it inspired by anything in particular?
Uh, yeah, I was. Well, okay, so I guess I'll get into kind of how I wrote the song because this relates to it.
Cool.
But but I made the song basically while I was on acid. Like I had done like 4 tabs and was with a friend, and I made almost the whole song during that time. Like I was just sitting on my bed, but
Like
sometimes,
with the computer screen open,
yeah,
like
like
that's so impressive.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I brought my synthesizer and my laptop like on my bed, and then my friend was at my house, and we were just sitting on my bed, and I was just like working on it while they were hanging out and like asking them how they felt. But thank you. But so due to the way that substance can make you feel, I just started thinking a lot about the past and like relationships I've been in and just feelings I've had about certain interactions or like these certain emotions that I felt during those interactions. And I was like, I want to channel this and get this out, Because like I'm sure you can relate, Magic, where like sometimes you have strong emotions or strong feelings and then you want to write a song to convey those just so you can feel like you've got them out of your system kind of.
totally. Yeah, I feel like emotions are
Do you do when you're
difficult.
making songs? Do you do that?
Well, I feel like a lot of making music for me, and I'm guessing a lot of people, is trying to like make sense of emotions, and maybe even not consciously sometimes, but it definitely comes out into the music.
Yeah, totally. Like like you won't mean to convey something, but then you'll hear it and you'll be like, "Oh, this like from my own experience, I can feel like this is how I felt."
Yeah.
Also, sorry for making a rift. I'm causing marital problems.
Oh
No,
no.
I just never hear about like the emotional side of your song making process. So
Well, I
it's
put it
very
in.
cool to, I don't know, to know that you are so like upfront with your emotions and the song, and I just never hear about
I
it from
just
you, which is
hide.
so weird actually.
I just hide mine in the
Yeah.
songs.
It's like kind of peculiar now that like you say that. I'm like, wait a sec. I never
Oh,
think about
thank
it.
you.
But do you have a part of the song that's your favorite?
Hmm. Um, I one part that I'm really proud of is the transition out of the first chorus, where just the way the reverb builds out of the first chorus, and then like I don't like the clipping, but that's part of the mixing that I'm trying to fix. But just the way like it slowly builds, and you kind of don't notice that the reverb wash is coming in until it's already kind of in there, and then the
Nice.
texture that that sound has afterwards, I'm a big fan of. Um,
Nice.
yeah, that's something that when I listen to the song, I'm always like, "Oh, that sounds good. Like that sounds like perfect." You know, when you're listening to a song and you're like, "Oh, that part sounds like I'm disconnected from me making that."
Yeah. It's like a magical thing. I feel
Yeah,
like I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. Like I thought the song sounded super well mixed and
I did too.
finalized. So
I feel like we got different songs from the one you're talking
yeah,
about.
it sounds so good. So,
oh, thank you guys so much. That means a ton.
but I can relate being my own worst critic. But yeah, I mean, it's sick. So yeah, I guess I have a question that is kind of annoying, or at least I
No, I
feel
love it. Go for it. I want.
focusing on this can be annoying for me. But what genre would you say this song is, if you
Oh,
had to?
you weren't kidding when you said you had an annoying question. No,
No,
I'm
for
just being a
sure.
jerk. Um, that's something I've been thinking about personally a lot with this project is what kind of genre, because the intro is very like kind of flume. Uh, it's I guess I've been calling it Australian dance music.
Nice.
Just
ADM.
yeah, exactly. Like the what's the late future classic type sound.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
cool.
but then the second half is something that I don't really know, and it's kind of like I guess if Blink 182 worked with Skrillex a little bit, like
Sick.
not.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Not to hype myself up. Like I don't mean it that way, but yeah.
No, I think that's a very good picture to paint.
Thank you.
I think that potential Skrillex Blink collab could be in the future, the way things have been going lately.
It really should be. It really. I think Blink 182 and Skrillex making a song together would be the revivals that both of their careers need.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Get Tom back in the mix.
Definitely. You couldn't do it without.
Do it for Skrillex.
It's got to be about aliens too.
Oh yeah,
True, that makes so much
so much
sense. It works on
sense.
so many
Maybe
levels.
just Skrillex can replace Matt Skiba as the new Tom.
True.
He's
But
he's
also add Tom back.
he's he's the new member. That would be amazing.
All right, let's write some emails to them. So
As a creative person, how do you overcome any blocks that you have?
Oh, that's rough. I suffer with creative block very regularly. Um, like I very often will become uninspired to write music. And one thing that I think is a really great way to combat that is spending time with good people. Like
totally
Mm-hmm.
nice.
yeah, a lot of the time I'll come back from, hanging out with good friends of mine or people that I really love, and I feel like that a lot of the time will get me inspired. Either that or just scaring myself into productivity, where like one thing I do a lot is I'll listen to Say My Name by Porter Robinson, because
Nice.
he made that song when he was like 16. And a part of me will hear that and I'll listen to that song and I'll be like, oh my God, no, what am I doing? Like, I'm 21. I really need to like step up my game and kind of get on it, you know?
I don't think you need to put that much pressure on yourself.
But I can relate. I think like it's motivation sometimes when someone does something really well.
Yeah, I don't normally like putting that kind of pressure on me, because I agree. I agree with what you say. Like I shouldn't put that kind of pressure to be famous at like 16 on myself. But also it's just a good way of kind of tricking my brain into being productive and convinced to work, you know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah, I really like what you said about spending time with quality people, because personally, sometimes I'm looking for like a mathematical answer to like why am I stuck on music, but that's such a good answer because just being around people is so good for you.
Yeah, 100%. And it's easy to forget that too, you know?
It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, you know, you get stuck in that kind of pit of being by yourself, and you convince yourself that like, this is fine, like there's no problem with me being alone all the time every day. And once you spend time with people, you really realize how important that connection can be, which is
Very
Definitely.
true.
it's one of the songs on the album I'm most proud of, and I think it speaks a lot to what I was saying. Like, obviously I didn't have this in my mind when I brought it up, but like I do feel like having a friend with me who I really trust and is close to me being there when I wrote the song really did have an effect on it, and how like motivated I felt to write at that moment.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
What is one thing that you've been into recently? And it doesn't have to be music related, just anything in the world.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. That's fun. Um, so something I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, um, just because I got too much free time at the moment.
Nice.
So I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter and like a lot of RPGs that are very stat intensive, which I'm usually not a fan of, but I think I'm kind of forcing myself to do it. Like, I'm not intentionally, but sometimes I'll find functions in games that I really don't enjoy, and I'll force myself to like learn how to make potions or learn how like stat boosts work. And I think that's good because it helps me figure out how to do math faster and think about logical things like that, which helps with music in the long term, if that makes sense.
Yeah, is that like on the Switch, the Monster Hunter?
Yeah, yeah, Generations.
Nice. Yeah, I've played a little Monster Hunter. I don't get the gameplay yet, but I do understand that like progress of like some specific games, like where you do boost your numbers slowly. It's a really rewarding process.
Yeah, yeah, and I I've been talking with a friend about this too, which is unrelated to music, but is something I think is interesting, or I guess it's related to music, but not the sonics of music. Is just it's really interesting how like Twitter and social media has kind of become this weird kind of idol game, if that makes sense,
Mhm.
where people are just like trying to raise numbers and are working on getting higher stats for followers and things like that. And I think it's something that's kind of connected in a way.
It's also terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
depressing.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
oh yeah, 100%. Like, give me those good hell numbers. They make my brain feel good. Like, love to get
It's
all my
like
validation from the internet.
it's a scary place, the internet, with the social media and the numbers.
Yeah, and
I
I
sound
don't.
like an old man.
No, me too. I mean, I'm younger than you, and I'm also saying the old man stuff. So like, I 100% agree. But yeah, I think I got off Twitter recently. I deleted all my social media. So now that I'm thinking about it, that might be a reason I've gotten into all these number heavy games. Is just I need something to like fill up that ticking counter thing in
Oh,
my brain.
you need like a fix.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. God, give me the numbers, please.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're like a fan of Animal Crossing, but I'm stoked for the new one because that's like the most relaxing game. And there's a lot of progress in that.
Yeah, I cannot wait. And the Animal Crossing music has, like, getting back to music, the music in Animal Crossing has always been so well written and composed and good. It's I've been playing the Animal Crossing for the GameCube a lot recently because I recently redug out my GameCube, and I don't know, I think a lot of me's been getting inspiration from that because I've been using a lot more kind of like MIDI type keyboards and little cute plunky sounds that I feel like are very Animal Crossing.
That's awesome.
Would
Yeah.
you say you have a favorite hour of the game that's like one of your favorite songs?
Oh, probably 11 p.m. I think is the one. That's one that's like just very, very chill, feel good music. I'm looking it up right now.
We can drop it into the interview here.
Yeah,
What if
yeah, that'd be
Nintendo
perfect.
like deletes
Just
our
a little for
podcast?
Nintendo not to find it, but
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
always
that's the thing. You got to be careful with those Nintendo copyrights.
that reminds me also of 1 a.m., which is like hauntingly beautiful
Yeah,
for a
I love
video
1
game.
a.m.
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. I'm going to look that up just so I can know what you're talking about.
And I guess the winter ones are different. So do you have a season? Do you like it in the winter time or the...
Oh, 1 a.m. is beautiful. And as far as seasons in Animal Crossing go, uh, unrelated to the music, but I really like fall just because of how like all of the art style in Animal Crossing is so distinct and like very pop art to me. And during fall, it's just all the leaves being orange and red with those like textures, and that composition is just so nice to me. I love that.
I can't wait for the new game, like with all the actual HD graphics. It's gonna
Oh,
be like
I'm gonna bankrupt myself. I'm gonna go into debt to get the new one, and then I'm not gonna work for the next 3 months.
or like socialize or just...
Oh yeah,
well,
who needs real friends?
I know,
well,
you got animals.
you can come visit our islands though. That's like something we're gonna have. So we might just turn this into an Animal Crossing podcast.
That's your dream.
Oh my god, absolutely no! Please, we gotta make a village together. Hell yeah!
Well, we'll trade friend codes after this. So I have a question not related to animals in your town. What is a song that you think everyone should go and listen to right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I have two. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, because I wanna do one that's like a song that I've been listening to a bunch, but then I also want to do one that's like somebody I think that deserves more credit. So the first one is Fantasia by Roy Blair. Have you heard that? It's really incredible. It's so Roy Blair is this alternative rock kind of singer-songwriter, and he put out an album last year or 2 years ago that kind of blew up. Like it just got randomly popular, and it was really cool, but he was just like a guitar singer-songwriter. And then he put out this new project called Graffiti, and he switched entirely to like new age dance music and club tunes and house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Fantasia is like this 6 minute song that's just an entire house song, but it's honestly like a house epic. Like it's a house song with like 8 different movements that change BPM and is really just kind of mind blowing to me.
Nice. We'll drop a little snippet of that right here. And awesome. And is there another one you said?
Yeah, that would be Pop Up by Foley.
Okay.
She's an experimental jazz and electronic artist who I'm a huge fan of. And her new EP, which goes by the same name, Pop Up, is just really incredible. Like it's super high production value, really intricate, but she's not popular at all. So it's really surprising.
Nice. I think I've heard some of her music. So we'll drop that in too.
Great,
Cool.
yeah. Those are two songs that have been giving me a lot of inspiration lately.
Nice.
And if there is something you want to plug, what would it be?
Probably I recently got off of Twitter, so I would probably just say my Instagram and my SoundCloud, which my Instagram is at bracket songs and my SoundCloud is brackets, soundcloud.com/brackets. And oh wait, there was something I just thought about that I should. Yeah, that's right. I'm working on an album,
Nice.
and it'll be out on iTunes and Spotify and all major distribution platforms. And you can find me on all of those as brackets when that comes out, which should be in a month or two.
So the track we covered on today's episode, Mouse Pat, is going to be on your new album. So awesome. This is a little taste into what your album's going to be like.
Thank you. That's so nice. I appreciate it.
So thank you to Brackets for sending your song in. It was so much fun talking to you, and we just really, truly loved listening to your song.
Yeah, like we said in the interview, your song stood out immediately. So we're so stoked to be putting it out there early, I guess. This is an exclusive, podcast exclusive listen.
Yes.
So speaking of the song.
But can I just say that the start of that song is just so powerful to me?
Yeah.
Like when it starts, I'm like, it makes me feel so good.
It's one of those songs where you instantly feel like the mood.
Yeah, it's so true.
But yeah, it's a rare one, and we're really excited to be featuring it. So,
yes.
Let's see. So let's talk about our playlist section, which is where we pick a song that would go before and after this in our dream playlist.
It's gonna be called Playlisted is our section. Unless you don't like that.
Wait, no hashtags.
Yeah.
Playlisted. Nice, jinx. Okay, so do you want to go first?
You go first.
All right, so I don't have any specific songs.
Neither do I, so we're good.
But I feel like I had like some specific artists and ideas. So,
right.
And maybe we have similar ones.
I'm afraid,
Who knows?
yeah. I always get afraid of this, but I'm so excited. Okay.
Can I guess 100 years later? No, okay, so.
No.
This is just like the mood of the song. I don't think it has to do with anything else. And like, we're not trying to make genre specific things. But my playlist would have first a song by Missing No.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know what song, but if you know Missing No, I feel like they captured that like happy
so far,
dark.
I feel like we're like making like a whole genre of this feeling right now. Not
Is
genre.
it?
Oh, we are genreing, but you know what?
Not genre, but would you say the mood of this track is happy dark?
Yeah.
Because I like that. Kind of like I like happy sad. I like contrasts.
It's true. And I just am like kind of into the dark songs, don't you think?
You are, yeah. And I am too, but like I feel like I lean on the happy side.
It's true, you do.
But this has a perfect balance of happy dark, which is like not dark in like a, like bad way, but almost like night.
I don't think dark is bad.
I mean, sometimes dark to me has a negative connotation.
That's true. Like if it's like too hot topic-y.
Yeah, or just like dark, like your energy is dark.
Oh, true.
But like,
true. Like a dark
more
cloud.
like the absence of light or like nighttime
like spooky,
vibes, like burial.
Yeah, I love.
But so a song by Missing No, and then Mouse Pat, and then after I would put, and this is like could be two artists. It could be Young Lean or Young Good.
Oh, that's mine. That's my first one.
I bet you have a specific though.
I don't.
I would just use your specific song.
Oh well, I don't have a specific song. How about My Partner?
Well, that was mine. So, I mean...
Was it really?
No. I'm saying that's my playlist. I was going to say, can I guess what yours would have been?
Yeah.
The Jacques Green...
No, but I was kind of doing Jacques Green, but then I decided not to.
Remix by Young Good.
No, mine was just... Oh, that's so good. I wish I had that.
Well,
I feel bad now.
You can use it now.
The VIP remix? No.
That was what I had in mind for you.
I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to do general, broad, Young Good as the first one. And then let's just say this was one big long playlist. It would start with Missing No, go into Mouse Pat, then go into Young Good, and then go back into Mouse Pat and finish with Shlomo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No
And
specific song.
Young Good, producer for Young Lean,
Yeah.
if you don't know. But yeah, I like that. Let's make a real playlist. This is good.
But can we do the repeat where we do one Mouse Pat, another Mouse Pat, another?
Yeah, well, it's not out yet, but like, let's get those streams up.
Yeah.
Brackets, release
Definitely.
this soon so we can put the streams up.
And into our playlist.
And in our playlist. But so anyway, I like that. We've got a good mood playlist.
Yeah, I want to listen to it right now, actually. I like all this. Like, we could put Burial in there.
Yeah. Ooh,
Now I'm
Burial.
like, my mind's going.
That's good though. So speaking of moods, why don't we go to our next section,
True.
which is hashtag mood.
Hashtag mood.
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 Mood?
Mood.
Okay, so
Actually, this one could be hashtag moon.
what's yours?
Mine is...
Wait, well, this is the section. We're still like sectioned out. This is the part where we talk about what a scenario we imagine
Yeah.
would be perfect for listening to this song.
Okay, so I've got a slash one, so it could be this or this. My first part of this is it could be like the soundtrack to a fashion show, right? You could totally see it. The second one would be like the song, especially like the second half of a song, like in a brand book video. Because it just has that like cool mood that's like, I don't know even how
I'd
to
say it's
explain
kind
it.
of classy then, like in that way.
Yeah, it's like very cool. I don't know.
Like
It's,
a brand,
cool.
like
Yeah.
a fashion brand, not
Yeah.
like, that's cool.
What about you?
So I picture it like you're in a parking garage at night and there's like some cool lighting in there and you're just like chilling and you're just like running through the parking garage. I don't know. I just picture that
I feel you.
when I hear this song.
Like, do you picture it like Fast and the Furious?
Running.
Well,
not
like you could
driving.
be running your car.
No, running your feet. But like, I don't know. I have a like strange connection with parking garages. I
Do
like
you?
yeah, I mean, we even shot album artwork in one
That's true.
for girls. And
Yeah, that's true. Running through. I
on
can see
top
it now.
of it.
I
But
totally see it.
I don't know. I have a strange like affinity. Is that the word for this? With parking garages.
Not like in a scary way, because sometimes parking garages
they
like
can
on
be
the
scary,
scarier
but
side.
like that's kind of why I feel like the dark part. Where it's like
Oh yeah, it's like mischievous.
yeah, and I like feel like there's I like the unnatural light at night in the parking
True,
garages. It
true.
can make for some cool like vibes. But yeah, so that's my mood. I guess we didn't talk about the song that much, but I wanted to mention like I really like the guitars in there.
That's the part where the fashion brand book would go in
Mm-hmm.
it. I think that's like such a nice juxtaposition between like the first part and then it just like goes into the guitars and you're like, I don't know, it makes it very down to earth.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear more from this album.
Me too. This is just track 3.
But thanks, Brackets, for being on here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. So now we are at the point of the show where we answer some questions by you guys. So this week's question is from
Kayla Shmela, and she's one of our patrons.
she's actually a Magic VIP. Shout it out to her right now.
Yeah, and her question is, if you could envision yourself in a world where you choose a career outside of music, what would you be doing?
Okay, so do you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
Okay, I don't know why, but this is my only answer ever. Because I sometimes like imagine this for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
as,
even know what
like,
you're going to say. I'm very interested.
I feel like I talk about it. I would be a barista at Starbucks.
Wait, really? That would be
No,
your...
that's not my like dream career outside of music, but that's what I always picture myself doing if I didn't do this. But should I answer like a dream that I would rather
Yeah, like where
not
you-
rather be doing, but
Like, where do you actually see yourself? I know you do not see yourself long-term being a barista at Starbucks.
No,
Not that there's
that's-
anything wrong with that. I just don't think that you'd be happy there. I'm going to
honestly,
tell
like
you how you'd be happy.
if I didn't make music, I feel like I almost went into this other path, which would have been like film and movie or like video in some way.
I feel like you kind of dip into that already. So.
Yeah, I like doing that. And when I was younger, I liked it even more than music, maybe. When I was like pretty young, I love making videos and movies and weird stuff. And like, I almost went to college for it. I just didn't have good enough grades to get into the good school. So, I mean, I think that I would have gone into that. but eventually ended up on music because I feel like I realized that music is the best for me to incorporate all of those things, like visual and audio, into one.
Mm-hmm.
But movies are too, like movies and audio really go hand in hand. So yeah, I'd be making movies
Cool.
at Starbucks.
Yeah, sure.
Starbucks commercials.
You'd be making basically TikToks with
Yeah.
Starbucks orders.
Yeah, I think nowadays if you go to film school, they just teach you how to make TikToks.
It's true.
And
Of
and
Starbucks orders.
Vines, bites.
Vines. Okay. Mine, and this is really obvious to me, but I went to Parsons for communication and web design or whatever. So I think I would be doing fashion magazine related things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I would be doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, not everyone might know that.
Yeah.
You went to school for design
and I would probably be doing that, but I don't know.
But you do a lot of design.
Yeah,
work
I do a lot
for
of
me
design
and for us, like.
But I'd be more fashion based, I would think.
Yeah.
Or like styling. I like styling things. I like making, and I like coming up with concepts. I'm a thinker, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think it's interesting though because I feel like maybe you weren't planning on being in the music industry.
No, I
till you met
actually
me.
was very much not into the music scene. I thought it was, I don't know.
You didn't like music?
No, I love music. I never thought I'd be a part of it. It seems like a really toxic place.
Yeah, well, no, but I guess the point is like we both kind of landed on this music thing, and it's like it's fun because we can incorporate like
Yeah, so to say we both do practice those
like we
things.
make our own merch, we make videos, we make everything.
We make a lot of videos. And I
feel
really like making videos too. We have that in common.
You used to make movies and videos as younger too.
Yeah, we have like a whole plethora of embarrassing videos that we can show each other.
Yeah. But yeah, so
That was funny.
I had an awkward laugh. But anyway, I guess the point is like I feel like it's really fun that we can put all of our different weird talents into one thing sometimes.
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's true.
But so thank you so much, Kayla, for asking us that question this week. Shout out to all our patrons and our imaginary friends. So yeah, if you want to join our Patreon, you can ask us questions too, as well as get so many other cool benefits, such as joining us on our Discord, which is our 24-hour group chat. We've been like having such a blast in there.
Yeah, we like say good morning. Someone's always there to say good morning, and at night people say good. It's just nice.
They're always there to tuck us in at night.
I like that.
Virtually.
I like that.
No, I love it. And we've been sharing like weird, like I wouldn't say weird, but we've been sharing like everything on there, like music recommendations, video games.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Buds Beats.
Happy birthday. But so we want to shout out some very special patrons. These are our Magic VIPs. So I'm going to start by thanking Aerodynamatic,
And I'm going to thank Lightwaves,
Neil,
Anderson Pierce,
Static,
Lex Gabardine,
Heartwood,
Matthew Callas,
Manny Batista.
and Kayla Smith.
You guys are awesome, and all of our patrons are awesome, but these ones are the awesomest ever. So yeah, if you want to join, go to patreon.com/slowmagic. And I'm actually dropping some unreleased tracks this month, some stuff people have been asking about, and I'm going to put some really rare stems on there for the producers and just people who want to listen to one part of my song at a time. And yes, it's so much fun.
What did you release last month?
Last month I put out the Blink-182 bootleg remix that I did of All the Small Things. I put up a video that breaks down the podcast theme song from this podcast.
Oh, yeah, from this very podcast.
Yeah, that's true. I should have mentioned that. And we put out a download of that song in full, the extended version. So there's so much to talk about, but you can just go check it out. You can go see the different tiers now. Slow Magic is the / it is patreon.com/slowmagic.
We'll have a link to that something. Show notes.
Yeah. So awesome. This is our show.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. And if you like our podcast,
which you do if you're listening now.
Yeah. It would be so helpful and nice if you would please subscribe and rate our podcast.
And let us know on Twitter and Instagram if you listened. Maybe post a story of...
Yeah, we love that.
Post a story of you're listening to it on Spotify or wherever you listen to it, and just tag us. But we are so excited to be sharing this weekly with you Play Pals, and it's been so fun.
Yeah, we love our Play Pals. You guys are the best Play Pals.
You're the best Play Pals.
You're the best Play Pals. I can't say that.
We're getting used to it, Play Pals, so I guess that's goodbye.
Bye, Play Pals.
See you next week. We love you.